Man, that episode was tense, is all I can say. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeek Mixer here to talk about episode 3 of season 2 of Black Lightning. And like I said at the beginning, tense episode. Very tense episode. But it was pretty good. Yeah. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Yeah. All I gotta say is what more is gonna be coming next we know. Cause seriously, this was very tense. I mean, I guess the best way to start is I would say the beginning, or better yet, let's just start off with Jennifer. Jennifer, man, I was just impressed by her. Mostly from the confrontation she had with her parents when she met her new therapist. The acting in that scene was just great. I mean, I loved it, man. I loved it. You see, when you got these actors who get into this tense situation and tense arguments or breakdowns and stuff, and if they can pull it off just like that, you know these people were built for acting. And that's all I got to say about China. China, you killed it right there. My hats off to you, girl. You did great in that scene. Also, we got a little more Black Lightning this time around. In the first two episodes, we didn't really get much of Jefferson Pierce as Black Lightning, while in this one, we mostly got more of him as Black Lightning, as he's working to find a way to get to Khalil. Yeah, and to do that, he actually comes across his mother, and through his mother, he's able to get in contact with him. But as we see, Khalil, when it comes to people like Black Lightning and others, he's just not having it. As a matter of fact, we see again how much Khalil is changing and into a villain. He may not like necessarily being with Tobias well, but he sees he's too deep in it to run away, or else he'll die, or someone he loves will die, like his mother. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, we see that maybe he had some little connections back in the day with some gang people, because some gangs he went to, when they see him, they're all just giving him just respect and everything. But when got way out of hand, he just really gave it to him, saying, "I'm not the same person you knew." He let him know, and he just shut him down hard, very hard. And also, it seems we also got to see Henderson and Jefferson Pierce. While they are still working together and everything, there's still a little personal tension between those two right there. They they still obviously got to work things out, but right now they don't have the time, and I can see why. Things are already crazy enough as it is. They need to work on this later. And since we're already talking about Black Lightning, let's talk about Jefferson Pierce in his personal life. Already, we're seeing what the new principal is going to be doing there. He's already set up a metal detector inside the school, which, to be honest, I was not surprised about right there. Yeah, I wasn't surprised by that at all. I mean, seriously, when I saw that, I was like, yep, knew that was coming. Why did I knew that was coming? Well, it was kind of leaning in that direction, like with how the school's going to be making all these changes and stuff. And what happened when the school got attacked and everything? It was pretty much saying that, yeah, they're gonna put a metal detector in there. You're probably wondering how is it that would cause them to put metal detectors in there? Well, for one, you got a former student who attacked that school there and everything. And after everything that's been happening with the first two episodes, when it came to the school boards and everything, it just kind of felt like it was going in that direction. So, and yeah, already you can see already tensions between the new principal and Jefferson Pierce, and no doubt it's just going to keep getting worse as time goes on. And oh yeah, and before I get into Anissa and Lynn and everything, let's get back to Jennifer and her therapist. I must say, the scene where she went back to meet her therapist after just randomly encountering her for the first time, and seeing how she has those powers to make you go inside your head, when they had it made their second encounter, and they had that session where she was in her mind, or yeah, or Jennifer's mind, whichever one. Can't really say for certain. But what I loved about that scene was how it was while they were in a salon, and that therapist woman was talking about a history of black women and the salon thing. Now I don't know anything about salons and everything because and I've never really been in one, but I will say the fact that they would just even talk about some black history right here during the late 2008, you could consider it a little early Black History Month gift for 2019. Because when she was talking about that, I was just hearing it out beautifully. It was great. I loved seeing that scene. It brought a proudness to my heart to hear about that. Yeah, and then next on went on, we're going over to Lynn here. This is where we're actually in. You see, Lynn is having trouble working through this without some help, so she calls in help from a former scientist who actually is is from the Outsiders comics. She started off as a member of the Outsiders, but then she became a villain named Dr. JC JC, I believe. I don't exactly remember how that name's pronounced, but it was that it was this scientist who was brought to her before, I mean afterwards, and she made a deal with her that she will work with her so she can be able to visit her son. But he may be working with her, but that doesn't mean she trusts her. She put a little plant implant in her ankle, and if she even tries to escape, do anything funny, then bam, zap. She's just saying, I'm I'm just working with you to get these kids out of here. Don't think for a minute I don't trust you. Or better yet, say the doctor actually said that, especially when she said, "Oh, I get what you're saying. We're just not friends. We'll want to be friends with you. I mean, you cut off ten people's legs and one of them died. Yeah, there are 11 of them and only 10 of them survive. All the other died. Jeez." But I will say the person who's playing she made a good first impression at showing being this psychotic scientist and everything. And she brought up a good point that a scientist has their mind, and that's all the lab they need. And that's pretty much true. Also, Anissa once again went and visited Grace because even though she was having fun with Zoe B and everything, her sister Jennifer brought up some very good points to her about saying how like you can go ahead and explore yourself and everything, but some of these people may not be the person for you. And that was pretty much what Jennifer was saying, that Zoe B just doesn't fit a person like you. And that's when, like, afterwards, she went to talk with Grace. And yeah, she pretty much just was telling Grace that we we weren't in a relationship, so I could see other people and all. And I'm pretty sure Grace got that and everything. What maybe made her upset in last episode was the fact that she never called or anything. She never knew what to think about it. I think that's why she was upset. And that's exactly what Anissa probably figured out and why she apologized to her and everything. Now, is this saying they're together now? No, but it sounds like it's saying that it's going in that spot I saw in my last video where it's going to be a slow burn for these two. They're slowly developing Grace and Anissa to get together, it seems. That's what it seems like for right now, but that doesn't mean I don't think we've seen the last of Zoe B. I'm sure we're going to be seeing more of her. What will this do for Anissa's love life and everything? Who knows? But I am glad they're doing this because one thing about superheroes is we don't want more than just their superhero lives and everything. Let's check in on their personal lives. Let's see what they're doing and everything. Let that be a good thing. Also, we also get another little teamwork between Anissa and Peter Gamby. Yeah, even though she has told Peter Gamby what she's doing, he doesn't really necessarily have a problem helping her out with it. Does that mean he'll tell Jefferson about it? Probably not, because he probably already knows or is probably going to figure it out on his own anyway. Me personally, I've said it before, I do understand what she's doing and I get it all. She just needs to be careful because eventually when you do stuff like this, you're going to end up stealing from the wrong people. That's going to cause major problems down the line. But for right now, she's got Peter Gamby watching her back and everything, and that's good. Speaking of Peter Gamby, it was nice to see another little scene of him and Jefferson themselves. It seems like they're sort of getting themselves back together into being what they were in season one, to a sort of extent, but in other ways, it still looks like they're kind of gotten past some of that issues they had in season one. But I'm pretty sure they're going to have more issues come in season two, like such as when Jefferson finds out about Anissa and what she's doing, and how even Peter Gamby was helping her out. But now I'm going to talk about the real thing that I am scared for going into these next future episodes. And that's the fact that Tobias Whale was caught by Henderson and the police department. It was obvious that he wanted to get caught. He let them capture them. And that's just pretty much a sign saying this is bad. There is bad trouble coming. I mean, what is it he wants at the police department? Or what is it he's planning to do once he's at the police department and in jail? Because all I can think of is that he's going to release some of these people who have powers. Like some of these people who may have powers that aren't exactly completely advanced, that they need to be in the pods like they are where Lynn is working, but still. And then there are some previous gang criminals there that he needs to get his hands on. Yeah, I don't understand how Henderson, who figured out Jefferson and Pierce was Black Lightning, is not knowing that there's gotta be some sort of trick to this. But then again, he has been hiding for all this time, and they probably just think he might have slipped up. But even still, if you hide all this time, a major criminal, and you're hiding all this time, but then you suddenly come out like that and get yourself caught so easily, you know there had to be something there. I'm sure those guys have to think there's something going on there. And even Jefferson Pierce, who was told the news, I hope he realizes it cannot be that easy. He's planning something. And also, the previous vice principal of Garfield High, she was delivered to Peter Gamby, and it turns out she died, but we don't know who gave her to Peter Gamby. That's going to be a big mystery going into this next few episodes here. But that's it for today, folks. And if you guys liked anything I had to say, all you gotta do is click that like button and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon to be notified of when I make more videos. And be sure to let me guys know what you thought of the third episode of season 2 of Black Lightning. And until then, Mega Geeks Mixer is signing out. Bye.